Hey, Patriots fans, let's dive into the latest from our New England Patriots, because things are heating up as we head into the game against the Bengals. First off, there's a major development that changes the whole dynamic for the Patriots heading into this matchup. Ja'Marr Chase, arguably one of the top wide receivers in the league, has been handed a one-game suspension. This came after an incident in the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers where he, in a very controversial moment, spat at a defensive player. It wasn't a small incident. Reports and videos show it was a very deliberate action, and the league didn't take it lightly. Chase has been a dominant force this season, leading the league in receptions and ranking near the top in yards behind Jackson Smith and Jigba from the Seahawks. He has 5 touchdowns so far this year, and now, because of this incident, he will have to forfeit the game check and face the consequences. Think about it. A single act costs him over $500,000. In the world of everyday sports fans, that's almost unimaginable. When we get a ticket or a minor fine, we might complain about $100 or $200. But for an NFL star, a single game suspension hits in the 6-figure range, which is just wild to process. For the Patriots, this is a huge opportunity. The Bengals have already struggled this season, sitting at 3 wins and 9 losses. Add to that the fact that Joe Burrow, their starting quarterback, isn't expected back until week 13 or 14, and things start to look a lot more favorable for New England. Burrow's absence means the Bengals have Joe Flacco leading the offense, and without Chase, their top wide receiver, the passing game loses a huge weapon. Historically, the Patriots have had success against the Bengals, even beating them last year, so the chance to get a consecutive win adds another layer of excitement. It's a situation that feels almost surreal, the idea that one player's actions could shift the balance so dramatically. But in the NFL, every detail matters, and discipline and adherence to the rules are key, which is why Chase's suspension is so significant. Beyond the Bengals matchup, there are other moves that the Patriots have made which are worth noting. CJ, the tight end from Alabama, has been a standout in terms of potential and versatility. While he didn't put up massive numbers at Alabama, he's a classic tight end who can block effectively and has been improving his route running and catching abilities. His promotion to the 53-man roster signals trust from the coaching staff, and it's a smart move considering the age and availability of other tight ends like Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. DRI has shown that he can contribute both as a blocker and as a receiver, which gives New England flexibility in offensive schemes. The team's approach to the tight end position reflects confidence in their roster depth and their willingness to invest in developing players who might not have been headline draft picks, but have the tools to succeed at the professional level. It's also worth noting that some defensive line players like Milton Williams have been placed on injured reserve, which shows the coaching staff's strategic balancing act between immediate needs and long-term development. On the roster adjustment side, John Saunders, who was acquired from the Miami Dolphins practice squad, was waived. The team seems to be leaning more on other safeties and defensive personnel like Hawkins and Woodson, who have been performing well in practice and in games. Similarly, players like Reese and Darius Harris have been shuffled between the practice squad and active roster as part of strategic moves to maintain depth and flexibility. These maneuvers may seem minor on the surface, but they reflect a careful management of the roster that allows the Patriots to stay competitive despite injuries and absences. It also shows that the coaching staff, including Mike Vrabel and Zach Core, have a clear vision of which positions are priorities and how to develop talent within the team framework. Looking ahead to the Bengals game, the Patriots are in a favorable position. The combination of Chase's suspension, Burrow's injury, and the Bengals' struggling record puts New England in control. Historically, the Patriots have capitalized on opportunities like this, using disciplined play and smart game planning to exploit opponent weaknesses. The current trajectory for the Bengals has been downward since their Super Bowl appearance, with key losses and injuries compounding their challenges. For the Patriots, it's an opportunity to reinforce their winning momentum and set the tone for the rest of the season. The roster moves and strategic decisions reflect a team that is not only aware of the challenges, but also ready to seize the advantages presented by opponent missteps. Another interesting note involves how players are transported and treated off the field, which offers a glimpse into the contrast between professional athlete experiences and those of everyday fans. For instance, when Joe Burrow was traded, he flew commercially to Cincinnati, highlighting some of the unique logistics involved in the professional game. Meanwhile, company and season ticket holders experience the NFL from a completely different perspective, attending games in luxury boxes with catering that is far from the high stakes of the field. These contrasting experiences show how multi-layered the NFL ecosystem is, with every participant, from players to fans, interacting in a system that balances entertainment, competition, and business considerations. The Patriots' management of the roster, combined with the challenges the Bengals face, creates a narrative where New England is positioned to take advantage of circumstances that might have seemed improbable earlier in the season. The suspension of a top wide receiver like Chase, coupled with Burrow's absence, is a textbook example of how quickly dynamics can change in professional football. For fans watching, this makes the upcoming game both intriguing and strategic, as the Patriots have the opportunity to assert dominance against a key division rival. Players like CJ and the other recent roster adjustments highlight the depth and adaptability of the team, showing that even beyond marquee names, the Patriots have built a foundation that can sustain success in high-pressure situations. As the Patriots prepare for this matchup, the combination of disciplined coaching, roster flexibility, and opportunistic game planning sets the stage for a potentially dominant performance. It's a situation where both preparation and circumstance align in favor of New England, making this one of the more compelling games of the season. Fans can look forward to seeing how the team executes on both offense and defense, how younger players like CJ step up, and how the team capitalizes on the absence of key Bengals personnel. This is exactly the type of scenario where the Patriots' experience, coaching, and depth can turn a challenging schedule into a platform for victories, and it makes following the team's progress even more engaging for those tracking every twist and turn of the season. Moving forward, the Patriots' approach to managing their roster and player development continues to stand out, particularly with the way they have integrated younger talent while maintaining performance in key positions. CJ's presence on the active roster is more than just a depth addition. It reflects a philosophy that values versatility and growth. The coaching staff clearly believes in giving opportunities to players who might not have been highly touted in the draft, but have the work ethic and skill set to contribute immediately. His blocking ability, combined with his improving route running, allows the Patriots to diversify their offensive schemes. With veterans like Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper being older and occasionally unavailable, DRI steps in as a reliable option who can handle multiple responsibilities. He's not just filling a gap. He's becoming an essential part of how the offense functions week to week. Meanwhile, the team has had to make some tough decisions on other players, particularly on the defensive side. Milton Williams being placed on injured reserve was a significant adjustment, but the coaching staff has demonstrated confidence in the remaining defensive line. This speaks to the depth and preparedness of the squad, and it's reassuring to see that even with injuries, the Patriots are not scrambling. They are strategically managing the roster to ensure they remain competitive. The handling of safeties like John Saunders, who was waived after being picked up from the Dolphins practice squad, shows the focus on maximizing the potential of those who are showing consistent performance in practice and game situations. Players like Hawkins and Woodson are being given the chance to prove themselves, which reflects a thoughtful and calculated approach to team building. The adjustments made to practice squad players like Reese and Darius Harris also highlight the fluid nature of roster management in the NFL. Elevating or reverting players to the practice squad is not just about filling numbers. It's about strategic planning to maintain flexibility, protect player development, and address immediate needs without compromising the team's long-term prospects. In a league where injuries can shift a team's trajectory overnight, these moves are crucial. For the Patriots, this level of planning ensures that every position is accounted for, allowing them to respond quickly to challenges like the absence of Joe Burrow or the suspension of Jamar Chase in upcoming games. Turning back to the Bengals matchup, the Patriots' preparation is benefiting from both circumstance and deliberate planning. The absence of Chase and Burrow dramatically reduces the Bengals' offensive threat, which allows New England to focus on executing their game plan without having to overcompensate for star opponents. With Joe Flacco under center, the Patriots can expect a more predictable passing attack, which creates opportunities for the defensive line and secondary to make plays and disrupt the rhythm. The Patriots' defense has been well coached to recognize patterns and capitalize on mistakes, and this week provides a perfect scenario for them to showcase that ability. It's also a chance for younger defenders to gain experience in meaningful situations, further strengthening the team's overall depth and readiness. On the offensive side, the coaching staff has options to create mismatches and exploit weaknesses in the Bengals lineup. With tight ends like DRI stepping up and wide receivers being strategically rotated, the Patriots can maintain a dynamic and unpredictable approach. The synergy between veteran players and younger talent allows the offense to remain versatile, capable of adjusting in real time to the flow of the game. The preparation isn't just about plays on the field. It's about cultivating confidence, ensuring players understand their roles, and building trust across the roster. This holistic approach has been a hallmark of the Patriots' strategy under Vrabel, and it continues to pay dividends as the season progresses. Off the field, the contrast between professional logistics and fan experiences underscores the broader ecosystem of the NFL. Players like Joe Burrow traveling for trades or games highlight the professionalism and demands of the league, while fans experience the sport from a very different perspective: luxury boxes, catered events, and a front-row view of the action. These layers make the NFL not only a competitive league, but also a complex network where every participant, from athletes to spectators, has a role in shaping the experience. For Patriots fans, understanding these dynamics adds depth to following the team's progress, as it's not just about wins and losses, but also about appreciating the strategic and operational aspects that contribute to success. As the Patriots head into this game against the Bengals, the narrative is compelling. They have momentum, strategic depth, and opportunities to capitalize on the challenges facing their opponents. The suspension of Chase and the injury to Burrow create a scenario where New England's preparation and adaptability can truly shine. Every practice, roster adjustment, and tactical decision made in the lead-up to this game has been aligned to maximize advantage. Watching how these elements come together on the field will be fascinating, particularly to see how emerging players like CJ and others contribute under real game pressure. The interplay between experience, strategy, and circumstance creates an engaging storyline that highlights both the immediate and long-term potential of this Patriots team. Even with all these advantages, the coaching staff remains focused on discipline and execution. The league is unforgiving, and despite favorable circumstances, the Patriots know that mistakes can be costly. This focus on fundamentals, combined with the ability to integrate new players seamlessly, strengthens the team's prospects not just for this game, but for the remainder of the season. The careful balance of veteran leadership and rising talent ensures that New England is positioned to navigate both predictable and unexpected challenges, maintaining a competitive edge while continuing to develop future stars. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The buzz around Foxborough grew louder last night as whispers emerged that the New England Patriots have reached an agreement with star cornerback SAUCE Gardner. Though nothing has been officially confirmed, the rumor has already stirred the league, sending rival fan bases and front offices into a mild state of disbelief. Observers close to the situation claim the move could instantly reshape the Patriots' secondary, long known for its disciplined schemes but in need of a true shutdown presence to anchor the unit. Gardner's name alone generates conversation, but pairing him with the Patriots' traditionally methodical defensive approach adds an unexpected twist to the speculation. Some insiders suggest this could be one of the most surprising personnel swings in recent memory, especially considering how closely guarded the Patriots usually are with high-profile acquisitions. Yet, multiple voices insist the deal is essentially done, and that Gardner has been seen in private meetings with members of the organization. Around the league, the reaction has bordered on shock. Opposing coordinators are said to be scrambling through game plans, imagining what life would be like with Gardner patrolling the boundary in navy and silver. Even though the agreement remains in rumor territory, the very idea of Gardner joining a system built on precision and adaptability has generated no shortage of anxious glances. Rival teams, some of which have spent entire off-seasons reinforcing their passing attacks, now find themselves revisiting strategies they thought were settled. Inside Patriot circles, the mood is entirely different. Fans are already talking as if the move is a statement of intent, a sign that the franchise is ready to reassert itself defensively. The notion of Gardner locking down one side of the field has created a wave of excitement, the kind that rolls across social media before any official announcement even breaks. For now, it remains a rumor, an intriguing, persistent, and increasingly believable one. If the chatter proves true, the Patriots may have just delivered the kind of secondary upgrade capable of silencing rivals long before the ball is snapped. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.